The FAA confirms that 2 F-16 fighters were sent today to escort an American Airlines flight bound from Los Angeles to Chicago's O'Hare. This happened after a passenger on the Boeing 767 tried to enter the cockpit. Other passengers subdued him. It's reported now that the man was apparently deranged, and it said he was not a hijacker. The plane landed safely at O'Hare. The Anthrax investigation in Florida is now in the hands of the FBI. The Bureau is getting involved after a coworker of the man who died of a rare form of the disease tested positive for anthrax bacteria. CBS's Bobby Harley reports investigators are trying to pinpoint whether it is an act of nature or a criminal act.
The FBI today sealed off this Boca Raton, Florida building and took over the probe, trying to track down how 2 men who worked here were exposed to anthrax.
We regard this as an investigation which could become a clear criminal investigation.
With few answers, a line stretched several hundred people long outside the local health department, all co-workers at American Media, a company that publishes tabloid newspapers, now facing testing and treatment themselves.
What am I thinking about? I don't know. I'm just very scared.
Investigators discovered trace amounts of anthrax in the work area of 63-year-old photo editor Robert Stevens, who died last week.
When they did their swabs, they did their test. They were doing the test exactly in Mr. Stevens, in Bob Stevens' area on his desk.
The second man, who works in the mailroom, had anthrax spores in his nose, but has not developed the disease. While the bacteria is rare, it does occur naturally. However, it has also been associated with terrorist threats, something officials here say they haven't found.
This is not a public health threat for Palm Beach County in general. It's an isolated issue with one facility, AMI in Boca Raton, and we are treating it that way.
For the people who may have been exposed, information and 60 days worth of antibiotics are of little comfort to them or their families.
Well, for my child, she was in the building briefly back in August, very, very briefly. And so I was just want to be absolutely sure that, you know, she's okay.
This is a community that's already on edge, and with good reason. The man expected or suspected of being the ringleader behind September 11th's attacks, Mohammed Atta, took flight training lessons just a few miles from here. Dan?
Bobby Harley in Boca Raton, Florida. On the CBS Market Watch, no strong reaction from the stock market so far to the U.S. military strikes in Afghanistan. At the end of Columbus Day trading, the Dow showed a loss of 51 points. The Nasdaq was up a fraction. Next, a CBS News exclusive. We will take you deep inside Afghanistan to the terrorist training camps.